Town, what's up? You know what time it is. It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's number one urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, coming to you live I'm from an undisclosed location. Jimmy should be live in Memphis, Houston, when he come in. But I had a great weekend. The Chop Shop is here today. I didn't know whether my hotel was gonna be able. I tested it a little bit over the weekend, but had a great weekend. I hope you had a great weekend. I saw somebody talking about let me make that bigger a little bit because I can't see it. Y'all got to realize I don't have the advantage of having my actual stuff at home when I got the big screens and all of that. I don't have all that equipment with me today, so I'm working with a skeleton crew. I have torn. Uh, I have rearranged the hotel room. The curtains were nice, but they didn't have enough electrical outlets over there near the curtains. So I want y'all to see that I had nice curtains, unlike the ones that Chris Walker had. But what's up, everybody? Let me shout out to my starting five. Um, they are today our starting five every day. We recognize our starting five, the first five people who signed up to the Chop Shop feed via either YouTube or Facebook Live. And they're accumulated at the top of my screen right here. And we got Alex Sesteros, Kimberly Jackson, who's that? Mindy Collins. Who else we got? Corey Willis. And my take, Cora is in the building. Sixth man today is Chris Charles. But I see you, Brandy. I see you, Sonya. Let me see. Let me go down and see if y'all said anything crazy yet. One question: how about them Cowboys? Y'all leave them Cowboys alone. Dale Griggs is on here. How you doing, Dale Griggs? Happy Monday. What's up there? That is Moody. Tyrone, what's up, baby? Daryl Anderson. Who else I got? Y'all leave the Cowboys alone. Y'all, Chris couldn't be having a good day. LeBron starting them ruckus and the Cowboys losing. Y'all leave the Cowboys alone. They're great. Oh, she said they're good. Okay. What's up, Michael Smith? Concierge scheduling is in the building. Who is that? Robert Risen. Who else I got? Michael, what's up, Mike? Mike, I had a good man. I watched basketball all over the place. I can't wait to share y'all with some of the stuff I did this weekend. Chris ain't gonna call in today. Come on, he ain't calling in. Hey, Tamika, who else we got? Oh, that quick. Hey, Crystal. I met Crystal Elkington this weekend. I had shout out, man. Let me tell you something. There's so many shout outs that I got to give today. But let's share the show right quick. Before I get cranked up. We're gonna share the show before we get in. Hey, hold up. We're gonna share the show as soon as we get in the door. Let's share the show. I've already shared it. Let's just share it because it's some things I want to share, and I don't want to come back after and you have to recap. So, hey, Josephine, safe holiday. I want everybody to have a safe holiday. I got to travel back soon as the show over. Listen, I'm off. I don't care what nobody say. I'm off at 2. I got to get the hell back to Houston. So let's get it off all in here at 2:00. I'm trying to get it. Trey Phillips, what's up? Let's have a good short week and be thankful. Yes. Let's have a great week and be thankful. On the big screen right here, they got UConn playing North Carolina as in a battle. Trey Phillips is right here in front of my face. But let's go. Let's start off. I want to start off here. I've done a lot of things this weekend, but I happened to go to Dallas and I had such a great time. Man, let me tell you something. Shout out to R.J. Hampton, Rod Hampton, Makita Hampton, Ryan Hampton, Stacy Houston. Let me tell y'all something, man. I came up here to support him, support my brother. He gave a great event this weekend, y'all. It's R.J. Hampton Invitation. I saw some teams that I ain't never even thought about seeing. Guess what? I live in Houston. I have never seen the Legacy School of Sports Sciences. I came up to Dallas and saw them. They are a force to be reckoned with. I'm just telling you, y'all. I know y'all be talking about them. Oh, that old boy. Let me tell you something. That legacy school of sports and scientists is going to be a force to be reckoned with. Remember, I told you, if they can keep those guys together and keep everybody on the right track and everybody buy into that great, great young coach and that great stuff, PJ Kuznar and that great staff they have, let me tell you something. They're going to be all right. But I got a chance to see them. How did you watch the dunk? Did I watch the dunk and video? You know I say the best for last. So let me tell you, first of all, I got to talk about the people. Y'all talking about the game. I'm a people person, Rod Wells. And Stacy Houston and that staff treated me like I was royalty. I mean, I just love to go to places where everything, I don't have to worry about nothing. They took me straight to they had my feet on the wood right there, courtside. And I mean, in one of the best seats at the 50-yard line. I didn't, I mean, they just, let me tell you something. Then I didn't know till later that night. Guess who they sat next to me? Penny Hardaway came and sat next to me. I didn't find out he was coming to the game until I got there. I mean, so that was a pleasant surprise. So him and I got to catch up and talk about the players. It's, you know what? If y'all ever get a chance to sit next to Penny at a basketball game, let me tell you, it's an educational process. Sitting at that game and watching him dissect the game. And let me tell you something, man. Hold on, let me scoot this stuff over a little bit because I told you my screens. I ain't got all my screens today, but I got to show y'all a little something, man. But you little young fella, man, I got to show y'all this. This guy, I know I got it on here in this. I know I got it. I should have it on the screen. This guy, Ron Hollins. I'm gonna talk about all of them. That boy, Ron Hollins. Hey, y'all. I had to just show y'all this play. I don't I don't know how he did what he did. If somebody get the video, and I couldn't find the video, but he spinned around in the air. I think that's Arterio Morris up under him, and he spun around in the air and kissed it up. I'm gonna tell you, I don't watch a lot of basketball. I haven't seen nothing like that. Rod Wells, let me tell you something. I got so many people to, like I said, thank you, Stacy Houston and that staff for treating. Man, y'all were in the people business, and this person right here, it was worth me coming and supporting the event and watching the event. Man, I thank you. I thank you so much. Your hospitality room was great. Those ladies up in that room, they were unbelievable. And then up in the hospitality room, y'all, I got a chance to peek over to the other side. They had a hockey practice on the other side. This venue that they had this thing is, I think it's called a Comerica Center. It's where, check this out, y'all. It's where these kids were playing this weekend is where the Legends, I think that's what they call the Legend, the G League team for the Dallas Mavericks. This is their home base in this building. It was oh, y'all saw it? Y'all saw it? But y'all, these kids, cause after the kids went up a few times, I saw the difference in the game. They were playing on an NBA floor. Probably some of them for the first time in their life, instead of the high school floor. Big difference. Big difference. Courtside Films had the footage. It's on YouTube. Thank you, man. I think hey, I got it, D Hope. I want y'all to see it. So thank you. Go to Courtside. I saw it. I was there. But let me tell you something. Shout out to Ron Holland, Ashton Hardaway, and but this dude, y'all got to help me now. I didn't know this dude, Anthony Black, was that good. You got to understand, I didn't go to no summer basketball games. And videos, I know the videos. But this was the first game he had a chance to play back. He reminded me of somebody, y'all, that I've played against. I played Either I played against or I saw over my years in this business. He reminded me of somebody. I can't think of it yet, but when I do, Anthony Black is unbelievable. Didn't have the greatest game. Had a lot of turnovers, but you know, but this was a game against Kimball. Let me tell you something. Let me go back. Let me go back and forth. You know, I don't have to do like it. I tell the story how I feel about it. This kid at Arturo Morris, I did listen. I heard about it, but y'all know how I am. Until the first time I ever saw him was at Rick Nelson's event a few years back. I saw him play briefly, but then Tony Stubblefield, who was the coach at Oregon, offered him that day. I said, huh. But see, Tony Stubblefield, he get paid. He saw that before I saw it. That's his job. So then, but him and this young kid, hold up. I got to call this kid's name out. I put his name in there. I was calling him Clemson the whole night because they say he's going to Clemson. Chauncey Gibson. If anybody know Chauncey, tell him he ball, he get the call. I didn't know he was that good. But this dude, Arturo Morris. Y'all got to realize, Arturo Morris, Chauncey Gibson, Arturo Morris, Texas, Chauncey Gibson, Clemson, going against Ashton Hardaway, wherever he want to go, Ron Holland, wherever he want to go, and this young man, but the man of the hour was C.J. Ford. I think he going to Northern Arizona University. C.J. Ford. I didn't know, 4-year starter. His name just wasn't never ringing to me. But this particular game, this young man said, okay, my big guys ain't got it. I am going to, down the stretch to pull up jumpers. I can't, listen, y'all. I'm finna tell y'all right now. They coming to Houston next week. Forget them videos you saw. See, when he came, CJ, when he came and played against Shadow Creek, I didn't even pay him any attention because all I was watching was Ron Holland and Ashton Hardaway. Ladies and gentlemen, who's giving? I can't keep up with all these names. The Hoop Fest and Jimmy's event. I don't know if they're going to be at Rick's event, but I know they're coming Wednesday night. Duncanville will be here. Y'all got to come see this team again. Anthony Black is back. Oh my God, I'm trying to figure out who he play like, and it's been killing me. What else I saw? We'll see. Then, in another game, Arnie's team. Is it Taka? Make sure y'all watch Taka, whatever time they play. Make sure y'all watch. Are y'all still on the feed? Ain't nobody saying nothing. Y'all just listening. Make sure y'all watch Taka. They got a guy named C.J. Luster. This is what I like about C.J. Luster. Somebody was sitting next to me saying, Hatter, that dude there, if he get warmed up, it's over. Monte, bang, 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 bang. You know how y'all go to the game, Brandy? You know how you go to a game, Brandy, you got to understand, I haven't been to Dallas. I haven't been on the circuit this summer because of COVID. I'm seeing a lot of these guys. Listen, you know how, I never forget as a kid, I ain't gonna call his name out. He know who he is. He came, this dude here, that, man, the dude stunk it up. I said, man, don't tell me that little Johnny can play and he can't. Okay? Don't do that. But this dude, CJ Luster, I ain't never heard of him before in my life. He goes to Ataka, the school that Ani is over up there, and Jimmy can help y'all with that a little bit later. It's Taka basketball. Hold on, let me see. Can I pull it? Y'all look it up. TACA. Unbelievable team. That Ani got some dudes, y'all. Now I see why Jimmy wanted them to come down and go to the event. So check that schedule. But thank you so much again for Rod Hampton, RJ Hampton, Makita, Ryan, Stacy Houston, man, y'all put on a great show. I was just so you know what? If I had a brought somebody with me, I would have been so proud to bring them to an event like that, man. Let me tell you something, man. I uh, I go to a lot of places all over the world, but that's how yeah, that's why I like to be treated like that. And he said, Hatter, how about those boys from Richards? I ain't got there yet. Rick Brown, slow down, Rick Brown. Rick, Brown. Rick, I'm talking about the R.J. Hampton event right now, Rick Brown. Slow down. I got Richardson. I got Richardson on the tap. But this event was so great that I got to talk about it first. Shout out when I have guys that look like me that's putting on these events. Rick Brown, if you know anything about Robert Hatter, them the events I'm gonna talk about first. Let me repeat that so the people in the back can hear. Rick Brown, this was intentional. Me talking about this event because of the people who put the event on. I'm gonna get to Richardson. I got a story about Richardson. I was at the Richardson game. I was at the Richardson game when they played against PJ Haggerty. I can't wait to talk about that. But shout out again. Thank you, Stacy. Thank you for being another beacon light. Thank you for following the situation of following the footsteps of the guys who came before you, who were giving events. I know you've been giving events for a long time, but you done took on an NBA player's name, and let me tell you something. That event was ran like an NBA player's name should have been attached to it. Okay, you know it was. That's how you give an event, man. I mean, and shout out to the staff at America Arena. They were a great staff. I should have got her name. The lady that's the head of security, Stacy. If you know her name, put her name on the screen. Coach, she was a joy. She didn't play. She didn't play. If you was in the wrong place, she'll put you out of. She don't play. You know, and guess what? I was walking down the stairs, right? And she kind of gave me this look. I said, ma'am, I don't know where I'm going, but here's my ticket. She said, oh, I got you. It took me straight to the front door. So shout out to Stacy, shout out to Rod Hampton, shout out to RJ Hampton and his family. And now I can talk about what I went to see. I think it's on Friday night. I got a chance to go see. I went to the Texas, the McDonald Invitational. Great tournament. Every time I go out there, I always have chills go through my bones because my son used to play in this tournament every year. So I know all the venues back and forth. So it was easy for me to get to this venue. I wanted to see Robert Miller. I went over there to see him. He didn't fare too well. He got injured. I went over there to see him. I went to see a couple of more kids. Got to see Hightower play a little bit. Shout out to Coach Woods. He's still doing a great job. The kids are buying in. It's got the click. This is the beginning of the season. That's why you have these tournaments. And but I got a chance. I was looking at my list, and I said, "Man, let me tell you something. Should I go see this game? Should I go see this game? I'm gonna go see this game." So something just told me, Robert. I've seen Richardson play the night before, but something told me, said, Robert, go watch them when they play against Crosby. I'm telling you, everybody else, I didn't see nobody holler at this game, y'all. I'm talking about them people who be tweeting and talk. They wasn't at this game. Okay? So all they can go, unless they watch it on TV, but I was there. Okay? Now let me show you how you gotta remember, I don't rank no kids. I don't get no events. I don't do none of that. Okay? So I saw something, Stacy, that was unbelievable. Landon said a lot of talk about that game on social media. Anyone knowing there's are some videos. Oh, okay, I don't know what he's talking about. I don't need no videos. I was at the game. Okay? At the game. Richardson, who got two of the top players in the country. Okay? You got Cason Wallace, which is an animal. He's the Terminator. He's everything that I thought he was. Paul Miranda told me long time ago, said, man, that dude is that dude. Guess what? Cason Wallace is that dude. Signed with Kentucky, okay? Y'all follow me, y'all. Follow me and come in anytime you want to. Follow me. It's all right. He also had a guy on his team that I think is going to Alabama, Rylan Griffin. In love with him because what? He can stroke that thing. Love his demeanor. I love how he was talking to the refs and being very respectful. That's why he was getting all the calls. Hint, everybody. That's why he was getting all the calls. Hey, but that young man from that small town of Crosby, Texas, I didn't need no John Urie because John Urie was not at the game. He was not at the game. I saw Jeff Johnson. I saw his dad, PJ's dad. I ain't see that many other people that's in the media. Okay, I guess they wanted me to cover it, and I'm gonna show you how I saw it. And I ain't heard nobody tell it this way. From the outset of the game, first play of the game, PJ Haggerty said, "I got him." That's number 22, Cason Wallace, that's going to Kentucky. I got him. I'm going to repeat that. I was at the game. I got him. Okay? Got up in it. Cason made a couple strong plays. PJ come back. TJ, I think, might have ripped him once, twice. I don't know. But I know it was once. Caused him to miss dribble the thing. And I'm saying, y'all said PJ Haggerty was running from somebody a week ago, but he saw Kentucky, Cason Wallace, and said, I got him. Then Cason was neutralized, wasn't a factor in the game as much. Rylan Griffin started hitting them things from everywhere. Guess what he did? Guess what PJ Haggerty did? I got him now. He switched over there. Listen. This is not meant to be an ant bed. I ain't never seen the Houston Superstars play. Never watched the game. I'm talking about this particular game right here. He said, Cason, somebody else go get Cason. I got to get Rylan Griffin. I got to cool him down. Young man, go back and forth. Cason talking stuff. Let me tell you something. It was two top players going against one. Sean tried as much as Eccleton tried, but if Sean had because I'm gonna show you something. That was a game Sean should have had, because he could have had whatever he wanted. Because in the second half, PJ Haggerty was scoring on these two guys that's going, and somebody gonna tell me, well, he's a good high school player, a good high school scorer, high school. What school is Cason Wallace going to? What school is Rylan going to? So if he can do that against them two, and by the way, I think about the third quarter, Coach took both of them off of him and put 2 football players and had them double him. They jumped him. They didn't double him. They jumped him every time he got it. Hey, all I'm doing, listen, Buff, I ain't worried about the clips. I was there. I don't have to go by the clip. I'm not from Houston. I live in Houston and not from Dallas. But this particular day, I'm not saying PJ Haggerty is better than now one of these guys. It ain't came out of my mouth. So don't go around saying I said that lie, because I got this tape. You saw the clips, Buff. I was there courtside like this here. I was, no. Ain't nobody's. Well, John, ain't nobody said. If you listen to, notice that I said, I'm going to repeat this. Stop. John Urie was not at the game. This ain't John Urie you're talking to right now. It's Robert Hatter, Buff. John Urie ain't here to defend himself. Talk to me. You saw the clip that I saw in the clip. I was at the game. I didn't say not one time that he scored 42 points. I ain't even brought up the 42 points. I'm talking about how he defended them. And Buff, I'm going to put it like this. The coach from Crosby, he didn't double team no player. But the coach, maybe he's just a smart ass coach. The coach at Richardson said, ain't nowhere in the world, because if they didn't, the boy would have had 60. I don't care who it was on. So stop, Buff. I'm glad you said that. Glad you said that. So if a guy on the other team scoring 42 goddamn points, Buff, shouldn't somebody take it on themselves and say, he ain't scoring no more? Let me give me some water. I'm in a hotel. Y'all gonna get me put out this hotel. Somebody else answer that one. If somebody scored 42 points, should somebody say, the coach stopped him. The coach slowed him down because he jumped it several times in the second half. That's the point I'm trying to make. So if Ken Gamble, I'm just asking the question. Let me use another analogy. Thank you. Look at my look. I'm gonna put that on the screen. I don't care who he scored it on. Come on, Buff. I never said that. John Urie, yes, but guess what? In theory, if I got a guy on the other team, I mean, PJ was making it look so easy. I never forget. I saw him before the game. I looked at him. I'm here to watch. He gave me the nod. Listen, y'all. Thank you, Mike. Boxing one, but they sent 2 at him. A boxing one. What? So a triangle and 2. Cause Michael Garcia. I was at the game now. I saw what the coach was. Oh, listen. I'm gonna stop right here. Where Buff at? Buff still there. Buff, watch this. Every time BJ got the ball, the coach was saying, come. He was telling the other dude, break your ass. Don't let no one dude got this dude. Hold on. Did you get the clip of that? Hold on. Hey, where my video guys? Y'all get me some clips of the coach from Richardson saying, hey, Crystal, I am so glad I was at this game. Because when I was telling people about this game, they were looking at me like, Sure, Robert, but that's Cason Wallace. That's Ryan Ryland Griffin. This can't happen to them. I done forgot more basketball than some of these people know. I didn't know this was gonna happen. Y'all act like, and guess what? Didn't nobody else think it was gonna happen? That's why they wasn't at the game, Brandy. Alpha, yo, boy, I love that team y'all got out there. That Legacy School of Sports Sciences, I might have to follow y'all around the road a little bit. Listen, Cason Wallace, if I had to pick me personally for the team that I would probably pick Cason Wallace to go on my team. I would. I like his body. I like a lot of things about it. But on this day right here, the little kid from Crosby was the guy. Cason went on and won. Cason and let me tell y'all something. That's a great, they got a great team. That Richardson, let me tell you something. Shout out to Dallas basketball. I finally see what y'all talking about. I watched Kimball last night. I watched South Prairie last night. A young man who is the assistant coach for South Prairie, the only white coach on the team, played at Westside with my son. And he was explaining to me the difference. It's a young 27-year-old white guy was explaining me the difference between Houston basketball and Dallas basketball. He said, Mr. Hatter, it's a different animal. He said, I don't have to teach but something. I don't have to teach but one, whatever, something. And the rest of the time I can help this. I said, what? Houston, we got a problem. I don't know who can change these rules, and I don't know who work. Behind the hell, Dallas got different rules for coaches, and Houston don't. That's a story for another matter. But y'all need to share this show because more people need to know about I was there. PJ Haggerty can score on any level. I don't care if he go. Listen to me. He can score. He can lay it up. He can mid-range you. He can shoot it from deep. If he had a good shooting day from deep, Richardson would have lost that game. His deep ball wasn't working. But he did not constantly shoot the deep ball. He said these guys in his handle off the dribble and getting dipsy dude. Did you see those tapes, Bus? Did you see those clips? God, I guess he been watching Stephen Curry or something, cause he was sliding through the double team. What's up, Paul Miranda? Paul Miranda, you know I needed this talk to you. Paul Miranda, I called you the other day and said, this Terminator, Cason Wallace was the Terminator. Did I not? This the day before the PJ Haggerty. Did I not? The day before, y'all, I text Paul Miranda. Y'all, I want Dallas to hear this. I text Paul Miranda and said, Paul Miranda, you told me about this dude. He's a monster. But Paul Miranda, he ran up into a little dude that has some stuff on his mind. PJ Haggerty has some stuff on his mind. Paul, I'm telling you, I'm sitting there saying, wait a minute. Paul, this is what I like, Paul. Paul, this is what I like, Paul. Paul, so thank you. So, Buff, I hope you see that. Paul Miranda, I called him. I texted him. I said, Paul, where you been, man? This dude is a monster. Because I got to see him in person. But PJ, yes. No, that's what y'all keep telling me he can score. But he was defending, Paul. Y'all didn't hear the first part. Hold on, Paul. PJ, in the beginning of the game, I got to repeat this for you. PJ, this remind me of me. PJ Haggerty said, I got him. Paul Miranda, 22. Casey Wallace, Kentucky. Other than the Millie Boys, I don't see nobody doing that. I got him. Tell me, other than Duncanville, tell me some guys gonna come and tell you, I got him, and said it out loud. And he wasn't doing that much. Rylan Griffin got the tan ass up. Guess what he did, Paul? I got to repeat this, Paul. He said, Casey, you go do what you want to do right now. You might get some points right now. I got to go stop this Rylan Griffin dude. PJ went over there and got up in him. And y'all just say he can score? Somebody got to go watch the game. Y'all need to quit watching these damn clips. Y'all tell the kids, man, coaches don't go by these clips, and now y'all talking about clips. I saw the clips. PJ Haggerty is a basketball player. He's more than a scorer. And Paul, I don't know what he did the next game, but in this particular game, you playing against two of the best players in the country, supposedly. And this young kid scored 42 points and guarded these two guys, and didn't nobody come close to 42. You got to do what Robert Hatter's doing right now. I got to talk about it. Because I ain't heard nobody else talk about it. But John Urey, he wasn't at the game. The problem was a lot of other people wasn't at the game either. Jimmy wasn't at the game. Doug wasn't at the game. Jeffrey Day wasn't at the game. None of these guys were at the game. Big time players step up. One of the criteria, Jimmy always say, if you lose the game, go get your money. That young man, hey, Bud Hatter, don't become a prisoner. Listen, I said this game. Listen, Paul Miranda. If I brought my little black ass from Mars, I came from Mars. It's my first high school basketball game. And I just walked in that gym and I ain't have a chance to see another game. I don't have time for no freaking body of work. I'm looking at that game at that moment, and I got to talk about it. Because guess what? Kaysen built his reputation on what? You seeing him at a game, at another game, at another game. All I can go by is the one game I saw. Head to head. I didn't say he was better. Did I just say it? I probably would. Y'all got to listen. Y'all be so in a hurry to defend. You don't have to defend it with me. Rylan Griffin is a monster. Casey Wallace is a monster. But if I came in from Mars and I walk in that gym, it was 3 monsters in that month. It was 1 monster against 2. Thus, that's why they win the game. I didn't know PJ Haggerty had all of this in him. I'm going to tell you that. Maybe he just saved the game so Robert Hatter, Mr. Hatter, walk in the door. I don't know. But let me tell you something, man. I wish that man hadn't tweeted, because I know that listen to me, parents, share this show. I done found out. Some people do not listen to me, parents. I'm finna hear you on this one. Some people will hold it against PJ Haggerty because of John Urie. I'm not telling you nothing I heard. I'm not telling you nothing that I'm thinking about. They told me themselves. I just can't embrace him because John Urie. See that? Perfect example. Before I even got it out of my mouth, this man done put it on the screen. I'm going to let y'all see. But I don't think like that. I don't think like that, Paul. John Urie almost, y'all watch me now. Y'all watch me. John Urie's tweets almost dissuaded me from giving my opinion on this show today. Don't notice I said almost. I don't care what he said. He wasn't at the game. Cason Wallace is, listen, I'm going to tell you why I love Cason Wallace. Buff, I hope you're still there, Buff. Let me tell you why I love Cason Wallace. Every tweet that John Urie tweeted, he retweeted. Let me repeat that. Ain't never seen no kid do that. Cason Wallace is done ever got a guy. Cason Wallace and Rylan Griffin, they got a guy named Robert Hatter who gonna follow their career for the rest of their life. Cason Wallace, every time John Urie said one of them ignorant, crazy-ass tweets, the young man retweeted it. He didn't get sensitive like the rest of y'all. Man, I be talking about my son. When I see him, I'm going to hit him in the mouth. I'm going to hit him. Cason Wallace himself, Ricky Scott. No, John Urie don't need to face no movie. This shit ain't about John Urie. Ricky Scott, listen to the conversation. This ain't got nothing to do. We already know people hate John Urie. What the hell he need to bring his ass on here for? You call him and you talk to him. We don't want to hear that shit no more, Ricky Scott. Because guess what? He got out-trolled. He trolled Cason Wallace, and Cason Wallace trolled his ass back. How about that? Ricky Scott, that's what now hold up. We need to be getting Cason Wallace on the show. He the one of substance. He the one going to Kentucky. The hell we gonna get John Urie on the show for? Excuse me. Take a break. Chop Shop, we'll be back in a minute. Hold on a second. I'm back, y'all. Y'all got me so excited. They thought something was wrong in my room. Check this out. Buff, I can't believe that's what you're asking. I can see if you was Buff, I was there at the game. Remember, Buff, you saw the clips. And those buckets were against, they might not been Big 12 buckets, they was SEC buckets. They might not have been Big 12 buckets. They was SEC buckets. Because he was playing against SEC players. You follow me? This young man, ladies and gentlemen, he did that. You can't take it away. He did it against Power 5 conference guys that play his position. They're all guards. You know, I don't think about point guard. Buff, help me. Do those buckets translate to Big 12? I'm not being funny, but they were no. And Buff, and I'm not being funny. They might have not been Big 12, but they was SEC buckets because they went against SEC players. All I'm saying, but Buff, you the one said it, Buff. You can't, Buff. Got to realize I was just gonna tell the story of what I saw. I was so proud of that young man because I know what people been saying about him because they don't like John Uri. That little kid ain't did nothing to none of y'all. All that little kid did is suit up. Yeah, I got to use my inside voice. All this kid did is suit up and played a pretty good game. And to me, if his street ball was going the way it usually go, they would have lost that game. Richardson wouldn't have had a chance because they couldn't guard him. If they come out on him, he go around you. You put two of them, he split the two. No, I didn't say NBA. Wait a minute. Yeah, because yes, if PJ, listen, Buff, PJ has scored a lot of points on a lot of people. Robert Hatter ain't came on his show saying nothing about it because I didn't see it. But when you go and score 42 points that I think easily could have been 50 or 60 on two guys that I think is two of the baddest players I hadn't seen. That's the pain. That's what I'm looking at. Okay, now he wasn't Jack. I'm gonna change the subject because I'm not gonna let y'all change it. Y'all sounding like John Uri. Let me show y'all what these people are saying. And I'm gonna let the boom boom room keep it in perspective, even in that game. If he wasn't hold up, he knew exactly who PJ Haggerty was, because he was talking shit to him the whole time. Paul, remember, I was at the game. He knew exactly who he was talking to. He knew he had a certified bucket getter he gonna have to play against that day. I saw him talking to him, and PJ said, "Dude, I'm scoring anytime I want to on you." What are you talking about? He was talking to PJ. Ladies and gentlemen, since that's a great point, Paul, that was a terrible point. Ain't nobody said the kid can really score. Y'all didn't hear what I said. He asks for 20. He asks for that guy. And when that guy wasn't just putting too much damage, Rylan Griffin was over here just running roughshod. He switched. Listen, read my lips. He switched off and said, "Coach, let me go get this other one. He ain't doing nothing. I'm going to, I'm sitting there watching him. We ain't talking about Jason Tatum. See, you know what? I can't get mad at John Uri for talking, right? You know why? Because we got Paul Morano. We'll put this on. We got Paul Morano. We talking about hard. See, winning, listen. Does winning still matter? Yeah, didn't I say that, Buff, your argument, Buff, do me a favor. You might have needed to text all of this stuff you talking about to John Uri. You don't need to text it to me. You know why? Evidently, You doing something else. You must be in a classroom or doing, you ain't listening to what the hell I'm saying. I don't even know why you on the Chop Shop today. You just wanted to make comments. You have not listened to nothing I said. You ain't heard, I ain't trying to get you to win no debate. I got the advantage of being at the game when you do. Like Buff, when you talk about these guys up here and I don't come to the game, guess what I do? I said, I'm listening to what Buff said because Buff was at the game. You trying to tell me, a guy who was at the game, that been around the best players in the world play all over the world. And all I saw as a little young kid from Crosby, Texas. You probably ain't never been there before, Buff. If you go too fast, you'll miss it. Little old town. Hey, the people I think they probably got to live out there. I don't think that's a destination spot. They don't have the pool that Dallas have to however y'all do it up there. And yes, he lost the game. He lost the game by a small margin. Hey, guess what? Cason Wallace, in his defense, went on and won the whole thing. I love it. I love it. I love it. Cason Wallace is, listen, Paul Miranda, would you please tell Buff what I called and told you? I got to put my glasses on. Would you please tell Buff again what I called and told you the day before? That little kid, I ain't say he better than, not one time. I ain't say he better than Cason Wallace. I ain't say he was better than Ryan Griffin. On this particular day, he gave them dudes all they want. Hold on. Buff, what you say, Buff? He gave them all they want, Buff. And Cason was talking stuff to him. She said, do me a break. Bring me on the show so I can talk some. I got you. I've been wanting you to come on. All right. But now, you can't come on here with this John Urich type stuff. Y'all sound like Urich. I'm telling y'all, what y'all saying? Hold up. I have to put my glass on to read some of this stuff y'all saying. John, yeah, leave John Urich out of this. PJ Haggerty, man. That's what we should be celebrating today. PJ Haggerty, Cason Wallace, and Rylan Griffin. They put on a show. And I thought that was my best high school game of the year, everybody. Until I went up to Dallas last night and saw Antonio Mars going against Ronald Hollins and CJ Ford and Ashton Hardaway. Let me tell you something, and let me help you out, Buff. It was a common denominator in both of those games. It's a Dallas team was playing. So guess what? They look good. I didn't see the Millie boys play one time. I didn't see them play. But I heard they did a great job. I was waiting on Jimmy to come because he saw them. I didn't see them play. They did a great job also. But the reason we're talking about these guys right now is Buff was talking earlier. They're Power 5. These were Power 5 matchups. And no matter how y'all try to slice and dice it, Power 5 is where all of these guys want to go, particularly. Yeah, that's really where I'm going with it, man. It's just we just got to get better in our community, and for y'all information, I don't like how John Urich worded the first tweet that started the mess. First tweet, he doing that, y'all. I even called him. Then he called me 2 days later. Nigga, if I call you, better call me right away. 2 days later, I'm not answering the phone. I'm just telling you. I hope he heard it. Call me 2 days after I call you. I'm not answering the phone. How about that? But yeah, man, I had to bring it up. You know why I had to bring it up? Because nobody other than John Urich was talking about PJ Haggerty. I didn't hear nobody else talk about him. I didn't. I did not hear it. I didn't. All I saw was John Urich. Then everybody uh, 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 was everybody was reacting what was John Uri was saying. I wanted to talk about. That's my first time seeing Sean Elkington play. It's my first time seeing this team. They get. Let me tell you something. I like that Crosby team, and I hope they just wasn't that team. And I wish they could have went. That was a hell of a game. What did Crosby do in the next games? I got to look it up. What's up, Shannon? Shannon. I was in Dallas, man. I forgot to call you. But no, it's all good. I mean, when Jimmy come on, yeah, Don Staley and the Gamecocks. Yeah, they beat the brakes off on Barry. Barry, I was paying attention to y'all. I wasn't paying attention to the screen. Uh, yes, yes, good. They beat UConn. But that's all, man. We just got to get better. I mean, and I'm glad we got a guy on the show like me who I don't have nothing to gain. I don't have nothing to lose. I love Dallas just as much Houston. I just like to live in Houston more. And but I'm seeing why y'all got y'all chest stuck out. Cause Dallas, man, they got a lot of players that can play. And y'all they do. I, I was here last night and it was unbelievable. I was saying, wait a minute, hold on, oh, wait, oh, game after game, I'm seeing a dude. That wasn't always the case in the McDonald's invitation. I didn't see a dude after dude after dude. Goose Creek Memorial make another run this year. Okay. Goose Creek. Shout out to Goose Creek Memorial. I didn't see them play either. Who else we got? Next game we lost. What y'all do? Another to another Dallas team, PJ and Scott. Okay, good. What's up, Reginald Simpson? So wait a minute, what y'all do this weekend? What else? Tell me. So the Millie boys did well in the Texas Invitation. Since Jimmy ain't here, I guess he just come in anytime he want to. Uh, y'all tell me what happened in the other games. What other players? Cause tell me some other players that did something. Where's Doug Jones today? Where's Jeffrey Day? He's probably working today. I want to know where's Robert Carroll today? What happened over the weekend? He said, what he said, let me put it up on the big screen, then I can see it a little bit better. Uh, his eyes ain't working good, boy. Old man getting old around here, y'all. Let me see what they said. What's up there, Mr. Katie? How you doing? Mr. Katie, I'm by myself. He said PJ be hooping from Crawl the Smooth Game. Oh, yeah. 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 He gave, okay. Okay. I mean, we know PJ good. What about the other players? Did anybody, Ivan Pettit Jr., did you go? Tell me something else that happened in the Richardson game. Tell me what did Chris Johnson do? Tell me what Chris Johnson did from Elkins. See, this what make me mad about y'all. Y'all just talk. I mean, y'all somebody else should have went to these games. Let me see who else. Let me see. Summer Creek. What did Summer Creek? What did Summer Creek do? Let me put it up there. Summer Creek laid it to Katie Tompkins. Hopefully be now. Okay. Okay, thank you. Let me see what Paul Moran. Let me put him up. Paul Moran, look, Paul Moran, I put you on the screen. I double it up. Oh my God. For those of y'all who think that 5A will be won by, might be careful because Kimball. Oh my God. Kimball. Let me tell y'all something. He's absolutely right. Is Kimball coming to Houston? Can anybody tell me? Is Kimball coming to Houston and play? I know I saw Rick Nelson tweeted some. Is Kimball coming, y'all? If anybody know whether or not Kimball is coming, I just want to know. I just want to know. But I'm gonna get Jimmy a chance to get back. I just wanted to share that with y'all. Clyde Jackson just sent me some. He said he having a hold up. Okay. No, I can't tell y'all about that one. Uh-uh. That one. That one's a secret. I can't give y'all my secrets. But let me see. It's something else I wanted to share with y'all. Um, hold, hold on. Check the schedule. Check and see is Kimball coming to Houston. I want to see that. Did y'all see the fight? I mean, the fight. Did y'all see the LeBron situation last night what's the name? Isaiah Stewart situation last night? Summer Creek went 4-1, lost to Allen. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Summer Creek went 4-1. I like that. I like that. So thank you, Marissa, for telling me something about another school. Tell me about what players had outstanding performance. Cause I tell y'all, I left town on y'all and came to Dallas. And I am so glad I came to Dallas, Buff. Buff, where was you at yesterday? You over here doing all this talking. Where you was at yesterday? Dude, that was a clash of the Titans last night. I just can't wait to see him play again. But did y'all see the LeBron fiasco in Isaiah? I just learned that Isaiah Stewart has been fined team almost $1 million for the altercation last night. He don't make that much. LeBron hit the guy. I think he hit him accidentally also. He wasn't trying to hit that dude. But did y'all see what Gilbert Arenas said? Uh, did y'all see what Gilbert Arenas said? If y'all didn't, let me read it to you. Yes, yes. Trey, I'm watching it up here, Trey. Yes, Don Staley beat Gino Armira. But what is that? Armoran. Oh my, it's in my tongue. Uh, Returning State Cedar Park. What y'all talking about? Okay. All right. Okay. Let me talk about that. Tell me, did Gilbert Arena said this? Tell me, do y'all agree or disagree with this? I'm finna read it to you. He said. Now I ain't gonna read the cuss word, so y'all gonna have to, you know, look over. Okay. He said, "Hey, brother, I'm gonna just be real with you here." He's talking to Isaiah Stewart. Pack all your shit. Pack your winter boots, your winter jacket, and your boots because your ass is about to be traded to Budapest somewhere. Then he put a little giggles up. I don't know what type of blood got into your eye, but you can't charge at the king like that on TV. You will be drug tested expeditiously. Just make sure that rage ain't drug related. We don't do that in the NBA, man. You in the NBA now. Don't square up with King James. Ever. Them two, hold up, check this out. Or Kevin Durant. Them two don't mess with them two boys there. And don't mess with them two light-skinned boys. Klay Thompson and Stephon Curry. And don't let your chest get buffy towards them or your ass done, excuse me, only two teams that would allow the first fight without any real penalties. Is wherever Rondo and CPA are, CP3 are at. I'm messing this up because he writing this crazy. He said, wait till your teammates get around you and then you act tough for the crowd, selling it like the WWE. Ups. Then he said, that's it. Good luck moving on forward, my man. P.S. This was the worst. This was worse than the gun in the locker room situation. No, it's not. No, it's not. He had a gun in the locker room. No, it's not worse than that. But he said, Hatter. He said, King tried to apologize and the guy. Yes, he did. He tried to apologize. Let me see what y'all been saying while I've been what y'all think? What my girls at? What y'all think? Don Hall, that dude was running over his coaches. Paul Miranda, boy, y'all fights for Dallas. I love the way y'all fight for Dallas. Hey Karen, I didn't see you until too late. There's a lot of truth. Yeah, yeah. Hey man. Hey, y'all don't understand, man. LeBron has a whole lot of power. I just hope he's not petty. He's got a whole lot of power. And the executives, everybody saw that. No judgment based on Bron dirty move. I don't know what happened. It could have got bad. It could have got ugly. They were in Detroit, where the malice of the palace was formerly. He was running around like, but every time I look at it, he had LeBron right there, and he ain't say nothing. Yes, Michael, but if you telling the truth, Mike Garcia, if you're telling the truth, you still shouldn't have nothing to say. So just because I stole some out the store, I shouldn't say nothing about the person who shot somebody. I'm not sure about that, Mike. I mean, if it's the truth, now if he was lying, he was lying. So you saying the messenger can't say nothing just because he carried a gun into the locker room because he knew that that other guy was gonna have a gun also? That's interesting. I like it, Mike, but that's interesting. I like it. Dude shouldn't have been elbow high. Look at that. Brandy even saw that. Let me see what Mindy said. Mindy said, I think the dude LeBron elbowed was embarrassed and upset and overreacted. He had the right to be upset, but running around like that was okay. Thank you, Mindy. Ooh, I love that, Mindy. Bron got too much positive going to make it dirty. I don't think LeBron did it intentionally, y'all. I really don't. And I just hate the kid got hit in the eye and like that because I don't see nobody get hit like that. So we hope they get that thing corrected. I think I'm gonna take another quick break and check and see what Jimmy's gonna do before I get into some more subject. I don't want him to come and interrupt the subject. So let me give you all. Let me see, y'all. I got something for y'all. Hold up, Chop Shop. We'll be back in just hold on. Got to find it, y'all. I told y'all I can't see.
How are you going to be on the stage? How are you going to get from off the bench to on the floor? If you love basketball, you got to be passionate about what you do. You can't just play just to play.
If you really want it, you'll need to make sacrifices. You'll face doubt. You will fail. Whether or not you succeed, that's choice.
How are you going to be on the stage? How are you going to get from off the bench to on the floor? If you love basketball, you got to be passionate about what you do. You can't just play just to play.
If you really want it, you'll need to make sacrifices. You'll face doubt. You will fail. Whether or not you succeed, that's choice.
How are you going to be on the stage?
Welcome back to the best 120 minutes of your day, the Chop Shop. Hey, y'all, I saw something last night. Saw this morning. I wanted to share this with you. I don't know if y'all seen it or not, but uh, I don't know whether to be you know happy. You know, I mean, what y'all think? I'm gonna just share with y'all. The Jeff Bezos, he gave $100 million to the Obama Foundation. Let me see what I'm gonna give you a read. He said at the National Press Club, he's well, since stepping down as executive from Bezos announced that he is. I'm trying to find the story. They just messed up the story for me. In return for donation, Bezos asked that the plaza he give the $100 million. Last week he announced. Oh, last week the Bezos announced that he's giving $90 million, $96 million in grants to working groups, to groups working on to end family homeless. Since he's stepping down, he's been doing a lot of stuff in the news. Uh, what he want out of Obama's presidential center. After you become the president, you go and you build a presidential library, and he's building his in Chicago. I know Thaddeus Moody know a lot about that, and he wanted to be named after civil rights leader. Part of it to be John Lewis, who died last year. The foundation broke ground on the center, which include Mr. Obama's presidential library. It's just gonna be a whole center. So I guess that's a great thing that Jeff Bezos is doing for that. But I saw some last night, y'all. I finally got a chance. I couldn't wait. Are we still talking about LeBron? We still talking about high school basketball. Yates Jr. from Beaumont United is a monster on the court. What did he do? What did Yates do? What did Wesley Yates do over the weekend, y'all? Since y'all talking about he a monster on the court. Before I get into another subject, let me see. Toscasita. Okay, hold up. Y'all talking about the stuff. Let me go back. Okay, hold up. Okay, all right. Let's see. Let's see what y'all talking about. Toscasita went 4-1, lost a great game at Clearbrook. Elkins was in third place. Who? Wait a minute. Oh, Toscasita beat Elkins. So Elkins got fourth place. Okay. Glad y'all telling me what went on. Let's see what else. Sonia Billingsley. Y'all, I saw some. Did anybody get a chance to see King Richard yet? Did anybody get a chance to see King Richard? The story about Venus Williams' dad, King Richard. And guess what, y'all? We had people kind of mad because Venus Williams and Venus and Serena Williams okayed this movie to talk about their dad. And it's some women rights groups was talking about some women rights groups talking about today. They mentioned some about why these women all had these accomplishments. Why we got to talk about men? Are we going too far with this? Like the lady said, it's a doc. She said, did they seriously make a film named King Richard about the success of Serena and Venus Williams, but it's about their dad? This was the lady of another hue. Now, it's a white lady did this. Her name was Dr. Jessica Taylor. She said that, and a lot of people, and somebody said, I get annoyed. Wait a minute, I get this have annoyed people. She came back and said, but I generally didn't expect a film about two of the most powerful, successful, and amazing Black female athletes to be named after a man are centered on a man. So she gave that. No, Kevin, I don't think it's Kevin cancel culture, Kevin. Listen to what she's saying. Then Holly Robertson Peete came back and actually said, what's wrong with people? If these ladies want to produce a movie about their dad for all the sacrifices he made to get them to where they are, what's the problem? But then I saw somewhere that the girl tweeted long time ago, help me out with this, Brandy. This same lady, somebody, see, y'all have to watch what y'all tweet because people go back and get y'all old tweets. This same lady said, hold on, Dad told me today, she tweeted this same lady who tweeted this, I don't know the date, it was a long time ago. She said, her dad told me today that I'm 30 years old and therefore I should not expect him to still be a parent. I've never asked him for anything, just to chat and be there for me. Surely, I'm not alone expecting my parents to still be around at the end of the phone at 30. This the young girl who made these tweets. They went back and found she got daddy problems. See, that's why I say it's not a council call. Some of these people have problems, Ken Lewis, and sometimes we got to, Ken, we got to kind of understand it sometime, man. You know, somebody answered to it. Is a white woman seriously talking about the issues, taking issues with a film about a strong black man raising his daughters and being an integral part of their success? That is not the narrative you're used to, right? That's what they said about a strong man. That's not, by the way, Venus and Serena were producers of that movie. What do y'all think about that, man? Fatherhood matters. That movie, I don't want to give it away, but I guess, I was thinking about him. Just a scene in the movie in the beginning. It just ain't gonna give nothing away. He had all the girls in the car, and he was driving, and he looked over to the cemetery and said, hey, to the people are not here. And y'all, and I know some people might not get that, but that was symbolic of something. What he was telling them is, those are our ancestors. Pay homage to the ancestors. I thought that was, I really, really thought that was nice. I didn't know Richard had to go through all of that stuff. I'm sitting up here, just thinking about it now. Growing up in Compton, playing a sport that, I tell y'all this story about, even by myself. I wanted to get proficient at tennis. I wanted to get proficient at golf. And two of the reasons, Miss Elkington, is because I learned that our people were forbidden to play this sport or to play those sports. They are two great sports. And I kept, and then as a young man, I used to wonder why. Why? Just because, I look the way I look, I'm not able to play this sport. I told you about the golf course I went to about 2008 in Missouri, and pulled up to the golf course. Told some people this story. If you watch the show, pulled up to the got the name of the golf course. I should have got the name of it. Pulled up to the golf course. Me and Aaron Glenn was in the car together. We're going to play golf. Cap dropping us off, and he said, I'm dropping these guys off. And the gate attendant, because it's a private course, the gate attendant looked in the car. He said, dropping them off to do what? He said, to play golf. He said, on this golf course? He said, oh no, on this golf course. You might be wrong. I said, I took over. I said, hey, sir, do me a favor. Call the pro shop. It's Robert Hatter, and we got guests. I got a guest with me, and I'm supposed to pick up. All I did is have my your memberships from your clubs. You can transfer for it. And I went in. He called, and they Mr. Hat on through. And in that man's, I wasn't mad at that man, because that man was doing his job. What I found out is that we the first two black people that played on this course. We from out of town, we don't know not to come play on this course. And I ain't gonna tell you no lie. I didn't when I hit the ball off kilter or to the left or to the right. I just dropped another ball. I wasn't going over there close to nobody's yard because guess what? I found out that's what I was around. And my son them played in the Nationals, and he was what about 11 years old. That's about 10, 15 years ago. About 10 years ago. 10, 15, maybe a little bit more. And so I always try to be proficient. And now I understand that game is a great game. Tennis is a great game. And people just didn't, I guess, man, we having too damn much fun out there. What's up? What's up, Slim? We're having too much fun out there for, I guess, for everybody to be playing. So I don't know the reasons why, but I was thinking about that. And somebody brought to my attention the other day, I was just reading how many people on this show today, or you had friends, or you had family that took had the use and was eligible to use a Pell Grant before. I'm just curious. How many you went to school and went to use the Pell Grant before, or had to, how many were eligible, Pell Grant eligible? And the reason I want y'all to know, I'm asking y'all this. Do y'all know the person that was responsible, Virgil Brown, that was responsible for us having the Pell Grant? I didn't know this. That's why I'm asking you. I'm saying, did y'all know? I'm curious. I'm so curious about it. Adam Clayton Powell. Adam Clayton Powell was the guy who, go look it up, who is responsible for the Pell Grant in our life. That responsible for a lot of our people graduating from college, being able to go through college. Yes, Virgil. This same guy, Virgil. And the reason I say this, Virgil, we can't let people pick our heroes. We can't let people pick our heroes. And the reason I'm bringing that up is Sesteros. It said, what did he say? Student scholarship plus Pell Grant. Thank you. Adam Clayton Powell. This guy, a lot of us don't even know who. They don't want you to know about it. I got to read y'all something. I got to tell y'all something about this guy, man. And everybody keep telling me, well, you talking about, but let me tell y'all something, man. I'll never forget the New York Times and his obituary when he died. And it still haunt me to this day. I'm trying to find it. I want to give it to you. Okay, here it is. And doing my research on him, this guy he impacted and had an impact on Black America, and not just Black America, because Alex Sesteros just said Hispanic America also, and the impact he had on America. I think no one equals. Adam Clayton Powell, write this name down. In my research, y'all, though, I saw something that, like I said, still haunt me to this day. He died on April the 4th, 1972, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? All right? April the 4th, 1972. On April the 6th, 2 days after he died in 1972, it was an editorial in the New York Times, which was the mouthpiece of the establishment, New York Times. Powell used to call, now he don't like the New York Times. I'm just letting you know, he don't like the New York Times, okay? He had a big run-in with him. But they wrote an editorial 2 days after he died. Y'all got to hear me on this one. And it literally, it went like this. They said, in his, they writing about him, but look what they try to do to him. They wrote, they said, on April the 4th, 1968, it's the New York Times, right? A black leader named Martin Luther King was killed in Memphis. 4 years later to the day, on April the 4th, 1972, a black leader named Adam Powell died in Jackson Memorial Hospital in Miami, Florida. One died and left a legacy, and the other died and left nothing. I never resented something so more in my life for them to suggest 2 days after his death that the man who changed life as we knew it for all of us and for other Americans that were poor, they saying he left no legacy. I just gave you an example of the Pell Grant, the free lunch schools, the kids who had to have free lunch schools, the after school, the work source, the work source program. I mean, it's just so, but they always try to play. Look in this thing. They always try to play one against the other. Adam Clayton Powell. They always, look what they did. Why? They didn't have to mention Martin Luther King's name. Virgil. They don't want us to follow a model of protesting power. They don't want you to do that. Even if they, listen to me, even if they will accept protest, y'all see what's going on in the world. You're not supposed to have power. That's why I shouted out Stacey Houston and Rod Hampton for doing that event. That's why I'm always supporting Jimmy Hicks for doing his event, Rick Nelson for doing his event, Buff for doing his events, Paul Moran, everybody who doing their events. Y'all got to understand these events usually weren't done by guys that look like them. Adam Clayton Powell preached power, economic power, y'all, and political power. And he did it. Y'all see these damn bills that these people can't pass right now? And they got the Black Caucus, the Super Black Caucus, all these Black Caucus. You got, what's the girl name? Sheila Jackson Lee. You got all of these guys. You got all of these people up in Congress right now. They can't get one damn bill passed. He got 50 passed in 5 years. He was defiant. They didn't like him. He was a northerner. He didn't like the southerners. Check this out. One of the facts of Powell's life was, and before I go there, y'all got to realize, a lot of us didn't like him either. Virgil, nice looking guy. Looked almost white, looked white. Matter of fact, he went to Colgate and passed as white until the frat boys who did a background check on him and found out that he was black. But on the inside, he was blacker than anybody. And I'm spending the rest of my life learning more about this man. Because I've had the advantage of walking right past his building, been in New York a million times, walked past his building and didn't know what the hell I was walking by. One of the facts, y'all, Powell's life, he made a speech at Howard University in 1963, where he was the first one to utter the term Black Power. And when they asked him about it, he said we must seek not just black, but audacious Black Power. not just power. Whites, bless their heart, they wanted to erase him from our history. They never wanted us to emulate him. He was a preacher and a congressman. See, that's something Martin Luther King never was. He was a preacher, civil rights, but he was never served office. Adam Clayton Powell, he integrated the dining hall. Think about how America was, y'all. I can be a congressman from New York City and go, a black congressman, and go to Congress. I could eat in the dining hall where the other congressmen were in. Let me repeat that, y'all. All the Congress, the Congressional Dining Hall. Landon. Thank y'all for putting your comments up there. Landon. Landon, I'm a U.S. congressman. I can't go in the congressman dining room because I'm black. And he said, oh, hell no, that's going to stop. And he brought everybody in there he could that was black as his guest. That's why they wanted to. Can you imagine? Young boy, Memphis, Tennessee, named Robert Hatter, knowing about this man. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Mark, I'm just giving you, Mark, this in the history books. But you got to go find it, Mark. I didn't learn this in college. I didn't learn this in college. What bothers me is that we let people do that to us. We let people erase how great this event, a lot of people ain't going to tell you how great this event was in Dallas that Stacey Houston, Rod Hampton did. A lot of people don't want you to know how good Buff's events are. A lot of people want you to know how good Jimmy's events are. We let them do that to us. People in New York should do for Adam Clayton Powell what they did for King in Atlanta. Listen to me, y'all. Because Powell, in concrete terms, did more than anybody. His birthday is November the 29th. I celebrate that birthday now. It's amazing to me how we're able to reduce a man. That's why I ain't going to let nobody reduce Paul Miranda. I'm not going to let nobody reduce Kenneth Gamble. I'm not going to let nobody reduce Virgil Brown and Morris Parsons. If it wasn't for Morris Parsons and Chris Walker, I wouldn't be talking to y'all right now on this show right now. Morris Parsons, right there on the screen, the radio station that I first came and was a guest on, he owned and ran the station. I just did it because Chris kept telling me, come do it. He allowed Chris to plant a seed of Robert Hatter, and I had to go water it. Now we talking to 50,000 people a month because of the seeds Morris Parsons and Chris Walker put in the ground. That's why I talk the way. Yes, I'm gonna talk about basketball when Jimmy and them come on here. But my life is more than just a basketball. My life is more than a football. Think about if Penny Hardaway wouldn't have never gave me the chance. Terrell Buckley wouldn't have never gave me the chance. Charles Woodson could have chose any agent in the world. You know what all three of those got in common? All of them still are filthy rich. Because they had the right foundation. Morris, know when I first came to that radio station, I was nervous. I was nervous as heck in there. We have to give each other chances, man. Stacy didn't have to. All I said, Stacy, I'm coming. I'm coming to support him. You I don't need nothing. I'm there. My presence needed to be there. Thank God I came. First class event. But let me tell you something. It amazed me how they were able to reduce, like I said, to a man who then did more. I don't care who you name. They ain't did more than Adam Clayton Powell. And they tried to erase him from history. We can't let them erase out. They tried to erase his footsteps so he wouldn't have a Robert Hatter could come and follow him. But guess what? Now everybody should play this for their kids so they can know, I got to look up this guy. Bless my mom and them soul. They didn't know. In Congress, he made poverty a problem. These rich senators now look at them, man, they don't need no $600. They don't need no $200, $300 a week. These rich Manchin, Joe Manchin and Kristen Sinema out here holding up all of these bills that could help us, and y'all blaming it on Biden, but y'all, they done voted them two clowns up in there. They undercover, I don't know what they is, but his family that made a whole lot of money in the coal mine industry. This man made poverty a problem, and Brandy, he was rich. Adam Clayton Powell was rich, affluent. He didn't have no scholarship to Colgate. His daddy paid for it. His daddy was the pastor at Abyssinian Baptist Church in New York. Guess what? I can't wait to get off the plane so I can go see that plane, go see it. Santini Luis. Check this out. I went to New York every year to see my son play basketball. And I was living, because what's his name? Columbia, who he played against, I always stayed near, not far from Columbia. I didn't realize I was staying in Harlem. I like my people, so I stayed in Harlem, right? Right around the corner, Virgil, from Adam Clayton Powell's building. I walked past the building to go to Sylvia's and go to the Apollo and all of them places that really don't mean nothing. But it meant something because I knew that's what they were. Passed right by his building every year and did not know. I don't beat myself up for it though, Barry, because what you learn stuff at the right time. You follow? When you know better, you do better. So, I told you, in Congress, he made poverty a priority. These guys we sending up there now are not making poverty a priority. Check this out. He made training a priority, because you remember, This was a long time ago. But so a lot of us was just after Reconstruction. Half people generation made out of slavery. A lot of people. You remember they wouldn't let us read. We didn't know how to do nothing. We just worked for them. So guess what? He made training a power. He invented manpower training development. That was Adam Clayton Powell. Some of your parents or some of your older, they gonna remember manpower. That was him. But remember, the New York Times said Martin Luther King left a legacy. Adam Clayton Powell left nothing. Hold on. It began the manpower, it began training and educating a whole new generation of black people. And none of us knew this. That's Adam Clayton Powell, Paul Miranda. We are the product of multiple generations of that manpower. To achieve these corporate positions, the political positions that we couldn't achieve before. Got something else for you, Virgil Brown. He introduced minimum wage. They used to just can give us anything. But Adam Clayton Powell introduced minimum wage. It was a basement of what people can make as working class people, black or white. Y'all, we going to class. Y'all got to understand, God, Jimmy's plane was late. God wanted me to talk to y'all about this. I'm just telling y'all. Y'all can. He said, that's good. Check this out. Aid to the arts and public education. Adam Clayton Powell. Powell changed society where government became responsible for its citizens. They don't want you. I got to give me a drink on that one, y'all. Hold on. Look at Morris. Morris put it on the screen. See, y'all, this is Adam Clayton Powell. I'm going to put it on the screen. He said, in 1992, we worked in Providence, Rhode Island under the Manpower Community Development Program as a director. We helped many young men learn construction trade. Adam Clayton Powell. Somebody told me, you always talk about Adam Clayton. I said, yes. Remember I just said something? He changed society where government became responsible for its citizens, which is antithetical to the government to what the government is doing today. It was Powell who legislated government responsibility for the people. He was the chairman of the House Education and Labor Committee. He passed 60 bills in 5 years. And I know somebody always tell me, you always talk about Adam Clayton Powell. Yes, I'm going to keep talking about it. Let me repeat that one. He was the chairman of the House Education and Labor Committee. He passed 60 bills in 5 years. Guess what? They took that leadership committee chairmanship away from him. And it broke his heart. He died of a broken heart. There was a letter given to him by the president saying, there was never a more productive chairman of a committee in the history of Congress. And we don't know about him. He was in Congress for 22 years. He never had a phone at home. He had to go to the church to answer the phone to get his message. He never had a phone. They said one day the president would call him. LBJ called him. And, and they sent a little boy down. They sent a little boy to knock on the door. Say, hey, go. Hey, Mr. Powell, Rep Powell, president on the phone. He hollered back down at the boy. Tell him Big Daddy is resting. That's how he talk. Tell him Big Daddy is resting right now. Then he'll come. This is why they didn't like him, y'all. Then he'll come. Guess what he'll do? Then he'll come around 5 o'clock. Then LBJ call back. And then he'll pick up the phone. That's how he talk, y'all. Hey, Lyndon, baby, how may I help you? He knew that Lyndon LBJ wanted something. But he had to give us something. See, Powell knew. They didn't hold up. You what's that march on Washington? Martin Luther King. They didn't let Powell speak. Martin Luther King, them kept, the other black leaders, they kept him back. They didn't want him to speak. They let all them other people speak. What's up, Herman Scott? Hey, what's up, Herman Scott? Hey, y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all, hey, y'all got 12 minutes with me, right? 12 more minutes. Cause soon as it's 12 minutes up, I'm getting on, cause I got to head back to Houston. See, look at Slim. How I would compare him to today's politicians. I'm like the Reb. I'm closing right now. I'm closing. How I would compare him to today's politicians. Dr. John Newsom, it's like comparing the light bulb with the sun. Let me give me a drink on that. Y'all hold up on that. I got to give me a drink. People trying to put me out the hotel, but I got to give y'all this. It's like comparing the light bulb to the sun. Somebody said, the reason I said it, Dr. Newsom, you can use this one. You got my permission to use this one. The sun, y'all, operates on its own power and lights up the world. Where a light bulb is cut on and off by others. Politicians today are cut on and off by others. They don't operate under their own energy. You can use that with Dr. Newsom. You got my permission. They are not even in the same world as Adam Caden Powell. And I think it's a disservice to his memory to even mention his name in the same breath as them. Virgil Brown. A lot of people tune out because they want to hear about some basketball. Jimmy gonna come talk to y'all about basketball tomorrow. I'm finna send you. I'm giving you some. I'm communicating life to you today. I think white America has succeeded in the generation behind him to erase him. It is our generation that must redeem him. He knew that he served the people and they voted for him the way he told them to vote for him. They couldn't stop him. They didn't want him in, but them people in Harlem said, hell no. They couldn't vote him out. They never sought approval for anyone. He never sought approval from anyone but his people. Blacks should be the leaders of their own organizations. Finance our own organizations. We must become producers and not consumers. This Adam Clayton Powell. We must register to vote. We've been talking about this uh, 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 all the time. Just one thing I wrote down. We should demand our percentage of whatever our population is. If it's 20% of the city, if our population is 20% of the city, then it should man that much in public contracts. Y'all see all of this money finna come out to the Build Back Better program. You know that the reason them Republicans voted for it? Because a lot of them companies are one gonna benefit. We gotta make how we gonna get some of this money. How many of us own them tractors that build these roads and got the orange cones and the orange vests and the yellow vests, and how many of y'all on this feed own one of them companies? Those are the companies going. Who own tractor trailers out here? Also, I mean, it's just, he was the first. Check this out. He got the first black reporter congressional pass for the Congressional Gallery. Black reporters couldn't even come in the Congressional Gallery to work. He and the first black cadet admitted to the U.S. Naval Academy. He fought to get him in. I got to tell y'all this because ain't nobody else gonna tell you. He was the congressman for all of Black America. Not just New York. And he says this, y'all, but I can't repeat it. But he always, his favorite said, he said, I'm the first bad ninja in Congress. His Labor and Education Committee pushed through federal aid for college and university. He established a national endowment for the arts and humanities. His bills passed to build schools and libraries, provide teacher training and student tuition assistance, educate the handicapped, train the unemployed, and ensure equal pay for equal work. There wouldn't be a war on poverty without Adam Clayton Powell. And I'm gonna end, y'all. I got 4 minutes. I said this. All the things that were done in the civil rights movement, he had already done in Harlem 20 years before that. The bus boycott and the boycotts against public utilities, he already did that. He wrote a book, he sent a book, and Martin Luther King read the book. That's how he started the Montgomery boycotts. In all the Martin Luther King movies that been out, nobody said that in the movie. He was the first to use the black church as a political instrument as well as a spiritual institution. His favorite campaign, Don't Buy Where You Can't Work campaign. I'm going to tell y'all, probably more than any other African American, he changed the 20th century for black people. He was responsible for blacks driving buses in Harlem 20 years before the Montgomery boycott. He led the boycott of Con Edison. They wouldn't hire black. Con Edison is our Reliant Energy, whatever Reliant Energy. He had blacks cut their lights off on Tuesday night. They call it Black Tuesday. and forced the utility companies to hire the first black. He told them to pay their light bills in pennies. Ivan Pettit spoke McDaniel. He said, so we can jam up all the pay stations. So out of frustration, they had to hire some of the first blacks at Con Edison to help. He told them, pay it pennies. Today, most Con Edisons, if you know some friends up north, they know what Con Edison is. Most of the workers there now in Con Edison are black. That's a tribute to Adam Clayton Powell. The telephone company, he got them too, Virgil. In those days, you went through the operator, you know how they plug the thing in. He told all his people to jam up the lines by saying every time they did to the operator, I want to talk to the operator. I want to talk to. He made it so mad they had to hire some more switchboard people. The train had to have some black ones. The people on Wall Street couldn't get their phones in place. They couldn't even call nobody because all the black people that jammed up the lines, and they hired their first black tellers because of what? Adam Clayton Powell. When Martin Luther King started the Montgomery boycott, he said publicly, he learned the tactics reading a book called Marching Blacks. That's the book, Marching Blacks, by Adam Clayton Powell. Marching Black was written in 1944. That's 20 years before. What's up, Wes? Boy, they've been talking about your son. I'm talking about he's an animal. Man, I'm just trying to share stuff that when I learned it, I got to share it because I did not know this. In the early 40s, y'all, when most blacks were not calling themselves blacks, they was calling it colored and all that, or Negroes. They were called colored. He the one said, no, we black. To show you how far advanced he was, he let Malcolm X speak at his church. The rest of them pastors were scared. But y'all, let me tell you something, man. I can go on and on about this, man. But I said I was going to stop at 2 because I got to get back home. But man, thank you. Shout out to the hotel who put up with me. They give me crunk in the beginning. But shout out to everybody, man. But we're going to be back on tomorrow. And we're going to talk about some basketball over the weekend. But guess what? I had a lot of stuff that I wanted to go back and forth with Jimmy about. And I just didn't. It's no fun me just talking about it. I want to be able, I want to be, I like to spar. I like to intellectually spar with people. Buff call it a debate. No, I call it intellectual sparring. It keeps you sharp, man. But I just hope we share the name of Adam Clayton Powell with our next generation. Let's redeem him in this generation, y'all. Chop shop. Let me find my button to hit. Cause boy, if y'all see somebody here waiting for me to get out of here. But chop shop. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'm out.
Jim Hicks, Rob Hatter. You are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro. Let's get it. We in the Chop Shop. We live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk. We live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up. It's live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. We live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk. We live in the Chop Shop.